And hello, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Salty Tonight, episode 29. It is Wednesday, August 12th on the West and Thursday, August 13th on the East. I'm Adam. There's Terry. How's it going, Terry?
Good. It's going good.
How's your day been?
Pretty good. Nobody died today, so that's good.
That's always a positive.
Yeah.
Now that's a thing out there, though, that people actually die
Yeah.
sometimes with the heat.
Yes. So
So,
far, I know of 3 people this year.
due to the heat,
Well, I mean, I'm sure that was a factor.
right? Well,
Yeah.
I've had a relatively low key day. Not much is going on, and just got to enjoy the day a little bit. Enjoy the weather. One of my friends, she sent me a couple songs today to listen to, so that was kind of cool. And I was ready for the show. You got a great show. Now, Terry puts a lot of work into this show. I just want to let everyone know.
Whether
And
you can see that or not, it
yes,
does take time.
it does take a lot of time. Now, Terry is the producer pretty much of the show as and the co-host. So I did a show earlier with Felicia, and we didn't really title the show, but we gave out some plugs of the show, and
Good.
we told everyone that liked and shared some of the reels, they would be on the prize wheel for Friday on the radio show to win $10. I know it looks like nine
$10.
fifty. I know it looks like 950,
Yeah.
but
What's wrong
it's
with your
10.
pinky? That's not an explanation. What's
Years
wrong
ago.
with it?
Did you never know this?
I mean, I may have. I just forgot.
Yeah. No, we'll
You're
go
not
into
doing that just to be
no,
to kid.
no, I can't. That's as far
Wow.
as like, yeah. Next time I'll bring a video to accompany what happened to this.
Okay.
So, but a lot of stuff is in store tonight. You have a great show. You want to dive right in?
Let's dive in.
Let's dive in.
Okay.
Now,
So,
tonight we have a. What's the first story we have tonight? The astronomers discover a brand new type of object,
yeah.
part black hole, part star.
Yes.
Do you want me to take this one, or do you have it?
You go ahead. You're better at the scientific stuff.
Okay, so at the cosmic dawn, the universe was sprinkled with giant black holes. Monstrosity is so huge that scientists are still struggling to explain how they could even existed. The answer may lie in a never before seen object from this cosmic error. It's a very special thing to find an object with no comparison, given the vast stories of data of billions of stars, galaxies, and black holes, added one astronomer at the University of Hawaii. MOM-BH star dash 1 is 1 in a billion. Yes,
Ooh,
that's MOM-BH star dash 1. So you got a little graphic or video to
I
go with
do. This
this?
is the artist rendered photo of it, but it's pretty.
So this is an extremely unusual bright spot of red from the early universe. It looks like an enormous star about the size of the entire solar system, and it's radiating
Damn.
about 100 billion times more energy than any known star, making it more like a black hole.
Damn. I mean, I
So,
like it. It's very pretty. I love space stuff. Um,
yeah, I do
it
too.
amuses me. I have a lot of friends that don't believe in space,
Yeah,
like at all. The flat earthers who I will forever torment and troll online.
yes.
Yeah. Yeah. They know who they are.
Yeah, they know who they are,
They
and
know
they
exactly who they are.
I don't think they're quite as vocal as they used to be.
That well, because they're finally learning to be ashamed, I hope.
Yeah, I mean,
To
I hate
not
this.
believe that this space doesn't exist or to believe that it doesn't exist.
Well, sometimes people are not ashamed when they should be ashamed.
Yes.
And that
Sometimes
itself
people
is shameful.
yeah.
But if you follow astronomy news, you've probably heard the chatter about the little red dots seen in the early universe. These are bright, compact objects observed at a high redshift, meaning the light from them reaches Earth have been traveling billions of years. So this is a pretty cool. The little red dot might not sound too impressive, but when they were first discovered, astronomers thought that something broke in the James Webb Space Telescope. And that's one of the telescopes that observed these ancient objects. On the other hand, there's been a lot about the universe's earliest days remaining a mystery. So, pinning
Ooh.
down the true identity of the little red dot that replicates the cosmic dawn would represent a huge advance in understanding the universe's history. So, yeah, this is a cool little story. And if you go on, I know if you can go on, I don't know if it's Pluto or Tubi, but there's a series on there called The Universe, and there's many seasons, and it goes into the planets and the black holes and stuff like that, and it's very interesting. Something that I never would have liked as a teenager, but now it seems
Really?
seems interesting now.
It's kinda like bird watching, it sneaks up on you.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So, yeah, so that's the new type of object, part black hole, part
I like it.
star. Yeah,
I
I
like
do
it.
too.
Well, we're learning, we're still learning
This is
about
an
the universe. We have
educational show.
0 idea, really. I mean, we have some good guesses, but I think it's gonna be a while before we get it. Now, AI, that's something that is taking over very quickly.
It's upon us as we
We are
speak.
learning yeah, it is. So, this kinda interests me. You sent me this article about, an AI chip that was developed that mimics a human brain's aptitude for instinct motor responses, like,
Interesting.
yeah, like blinking your eyes so you don't yeah. Um, so that's kind of cool. It's modeled after the cerebra
Cerebellum?
exactly. I don't even know how to say that.
Yeah.
My brain doesn't have that. It's the part of the brain that helps coordinate balance and fine muscle control, apparently. And so the AI chip, is designed to ignore routine information and respond only to unexpected events.
Interesting.
Yeah, so I mean that could go a couple ways. That could be really good or
Backfire.
it could backfire if it's
Yeah.
wrong. Yeah.
And I wouldn't be surprised if something like this does backfire.
Oh, I'm sure it'll have to a few times.
Because
I mean, look how long
how many
go ahead.
movies do we have that all this backfires? We know that it's going to backfire
Pretty much
eventually.
every movie it's in, it backfires.
Yes.
If you watched any Black Mirror, which now, considering all the stuff that has come about in the last few years, you should really go back and watch the first seasons of Black Mirror.
I've
The
only
ones
seen
where they
one
were in British.
I've
They were
only
in a
seen one
British
episode of Black Mirror before.
San Junipero.
Is
That's
it
just the
on
one most popular one is San Junipero.
No, the one I watched was it had Miley Cyrus in it.
Oh, yeah, that's in the later American like seasons. You should go back and watch the British ones.
Where are they?
They would be like season 1, 2, and 3,
I mean, on like
maybe
Hulu or
even
something.
4. Oh, they're on Netflix, I believe.
Okay, I'll have to check that
But
out.
they're all about science, typically science that goes wrong, technology, and some of it that was in the earlier episodes are now kind of coming into
Back to
reality.
right,
Yeah, when at the time it was like science fiction. Now it's like science.
right. Now it's like
So,
reality.
yeah, which I'm excited about it. The more it comes along and the more we know about it, I think I don't mind AI as much. I don't
Well,
I don't like the misuse of it,
I mean that's what's
obviously.
going to happen. There's going to be there's like for example, I've heard some criticism about Eli Roth's new movie, The Ice Cream Man. Not only is it horribly atrocious and terrible, no story, but I heard that there's several scenes where AI is used and you can tell it's AI. So,
Mm.
I'd say in the future, AI will be a lot of these celebrities are selling their likeness to AI. So they'll have probably Bruce Willis, for example. I think he sold his likeness before his illness.
I swear
So,
Martha Stewart did. I have seen some ads, like newer ads for Martha Stewart, like whatever line of cookware she has, what the fuck ever she's doing, it is not Martha Stewart. And if it is, it's Martha Stewart 25 years ago.
Really, and they've AI'd
But
her.
and I'm like, this has to be AI. It has to be. There's just no way it's her.
No, I mean, how old is
I mean,
she
there's no
anyway?
filter or anything that can really make you look that way. Like, it just kinda something's off about it.
Yeah, I can understand that. So,
So,
yeah, did you have anything else to add to this AI story?
not necessarily. What about
Okay.
you?
Um, I was reading over it, and it just seems like I was looking at the little graph of the brain, and it seems like they're doing some very, innovative stuff. Yeah, that graph right there, and it just seems like their approach is. Oh, sorry, I lost my place of looking at the graph, but I lost my train of thought as well. But I do think it's like the processing all this incoming information, which has like the brain's biological circuits, the prioritized important signals, filter out routine background noise, and help it to conserve energy. So I think
Well,
if
I
this,
think it's interesting because you look at it and you can see, like, if you had a TBI, traumatic brain injury,
yeah,
um, like, what it would affect depending on where you hit your head. Like, for instance, your frontal lobe probably is where most of the damage comes from if you have a head injury.
yeah,
Um, and then, of course, your olfactory, that's like your sense of smell and taste and stuff, right?
yeah, it is.
And see, because I have epilepsy, I have temporal lobe epilepsy. So, if you look at the graph, like, that's the part of my brain that's affected. Now, what that does, I think it's a lot of motor skills probably, considering that's what it affects. I don't know.
Right.
But yeah, it's interesting if somebody does have brain damage to see how it actually affects them based on the location.
Yeah, I think so too. So this could actually, if it's and they're going to have to go through trials and all this thing, but if it works properly, it's going to be a great thing. But how many omelets do you have to break before you're like, okay, it's working properly, or we're not going to proceed?
How many omelets do you have to break?
Did I say olives?
You said omelets,
Oh yeah, omelets. Yeah, yeah,
but I don't know. I mean, a few. It's interesting technology. I mean, they're kind of finally catching up. Like I said, with the epilepsy, they have a heart monitor now that obviously it's surgery that you have to have, but it can pick up on your heart rate and then send a signal to your brain to stop a seizure before it happens.
really.
If the technology was a little further, that's something I would consider, but that's a lot going on there. That's a lot to fuck with and a big risk for new technology, you
Yeah,
know? So I don't see that happening. Now, if somebody had absolutely uncontrolled, like having seizures every day, multiple times a day, it probably could, you know, be a
be
serious
very,
consideration.
very, very, very serious consideration.
Yeah,
So, I don't know, AI and the robots and all this technology, it is here and it will be
it
here.
is.
I mean, tomorrow is really today, if you think about it, as far as technology goes. So
Tomorrow is today.
yeah, tomorrow is
Yeah.
today.
Well, I'm sure
Techno,
they're far ahead of everything that, there's stuff that is already approved and works that we're not gonna see for another decade.
yeah, yep, that's true.
So,
So to move right along, now this has kind of interested me,
yeah, this is
and
one of my favorite stories this evening.
so go ahead and tell us about this one. This is King Tut had a mysteriously large backside and an even more mysteriously large pile of burial underpants.
Yeah. So, let's see, hold on.
So King Tut had a big booty, is what we're saying here, people.
Yeah, no, I'm sorry, the dogs are barking, they're
No,
freaking
it's
out.
okay. Yeah.
So, so there were some scientific findings about ancient Egypt, um, and many of them were focused on King Tut's underwear. Um, he was buried with 5,398 officially noted objects, including
Really?
ceremonial figures, chariots, pieces of jewelry, artwork, and piles of food. But, and this is the kicker, they also found underwear and more than 140 pairs of it.
That's
No,
crazy.
it is crazy. No one knows why he was sent to the afterlife with so many loincloths or why they were packed precisely for his journey. They have studied his wardrobe at length, but they still don't know why that specific thing. And his measurements were interesting,
Yes.
because he had a big butt. Okay. And so they've done a virtual autopsy of him, and he had a slim torso with fatty deposits around his hips, which are usually a female trait,
Yeah.
right? Um, and so they thought it was a congenial disorder that caused it. And there was someone else who may have been his father, and he had wide hips. So they're thinking that it could be related to that and that he got it from his dad.
Right.
Um, but the genetic research, which is something we'd have to look into, has shown that it's unlikely that the family had big butts. Um, so I don't know. And it said it could be inbreeding, which, let's be honest, I mean, we were talking about royalty and Egyptian kings and queens. So yeah, I'm sure there was some inbreeding going on.
Yeah, but I guess this is perhaps a short-lived king simply had a little extra junk in his trunk.
Yeah, I guess so. So that's interesting. That's something you did not know. And now you know King Tut's butt.
Yeah. So the measurements were 31, 29, 43. Rather hippie
Yeah.
for a young man. I
Yeah,
did I
that
did
is.
not know that they could do a virtual autopsy, so that's kind of interesting
I
in
didn't either
itself.
until
Yeah, I
reading
did
that
not know
article.
that.
So what do you think about? You think like, that he was into that?
I
Obviously, I mean, if he wanted to be buried with his underwear, he was proud of his butt. I get it.
I mean, he was proud of it, but I mean, it's very. I mean, it seemed to be not only a treasure in today's world, but it must have been a treasure then as well.
Yeah,
You
well, I mean,
know,
if you look at a lot of Egyptians and like the things that they
like the
prioritized
drawings.
or found attractive,
It was more so in
thicker
that
was a
kind
little
of.
better. Yeah, it
Yeah,
wasn't. Yeah.
I think so too. But yeah, I think that's very interesting. That people are still curious and interested in King Tut after all these years. Also,
I every time I hear King Tut, I think about Saturday Night Live and Steve
the Steve
Martin.
Martin song. Yeah,
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 King Tut.
King Tut. So the next story is about spraying your WD-40 in your toilet. Am I right about this?
What?
Okay, I'm wrong about this.
No, it's about the water lizard.
Oh yeah, the Asian water monitor lizard. Okay, sorry about that. Sorry about that. Oops.
No, it's okay. That's on me. That's on me. I sent the wrong. I mean, I sent the right thing, but I sent it the wrong way.
No, you sent it correctly, but what I'm reading now is an
Yeah, you.
advertisement that's
That's funny.
so, but oops. Okay, go ahead.
All right. So you want to read this one, or
Yeah,
you want me to do the animal?
we've got the Asian water monitor lizard was safely reunited with its owner after nearly a month on the loose in a Tennessee neighborhood. Now, can you imagine this lizard being loose not only a day or two, but a month? So this is Bedford County. So I think this is up near this is in Tennessee. So I'm not sure where Bedford County is there. But the animal control captured the large lizard Friday on Spring Street and posted a photo to social media in the hopes of finding the reptile's owner. Do you have a picture of the?
I do.
Now
Look
that is
at him. That's
huge.
a big lizard.
Yes.
That is a big lizard.
Now, it's the police told. Let's see. Casey Pet Project told police that the goats named Denver and Aspen were very thin and suffering from a significant intestinal parasite. Is that part of this story?
No.
Oops. It
In all
isn't.
fairness, he worked today. We didn't have a lot of time to
Yeah.
go over everything.
But this large lizard is caught after nearly a month on the loose. And I can't imagine how is that big of a lizard on the loose for a month? Who
And how did they find him? Like, where did he go? Because obviously they're looking for him. Like, how did he hide for a month?
I don't know. I really don't. That
What,
is
he just thought they had forgotten about him and he decided to come
yeah,
out of hiding?
bring that picture back up there. I mean, that is a small dinosaur.
Oh, totally. There's no way you can look at alligators, crocodiles, snakes, lizards, stuff like this. No, that was a dragon
Yeah.
at some point.
I mean, if that approached me, I would not want
I would
I
try
don't
to pet it. I'm not gonna lie.
would you really?
Yeah, I
Would you try to see if
would.
it'd like maybe eat a pepperoni out of your hand?
I would probably offer it a bug or something, yeah. I mean, you have to look at it. It looks friendly enough. It's not hissing. I think they hiss. Don't they have like the little forked tongue, kind of like a snake?
I think so, and it looks like it's got something in its mouth right there. So,
So yeah, I would offer him some food.
but I don't know how that was. I mean, I guess maybe it blended in if you're not looking for it. But if I saw something like that, I don't think it could be loose for a month.
And how did it not get reported?
And we saw a dragon running around on E Street.
It's everyday occurrence.
Yeah. So,
Well, I like
um,
him, but I'm glad he's home.
yeah, I'm glad he's back too.
Yeah.
So that ended with a happy. We have a lot of nice animal stories.
Yeah, for the most part. I mean, we do have the goat story.
Okay, so the goat story
If
was
you're ready for that one, you were getting a little ahead of yourself.
I
He's
was.
excited.
Now, police find strange noise from the trunk of a stolen vehicle and they open it to find two baby goats. Look at those little baby goats, how cute.
They are.
Now, those goats' name were Denver and Aspen. They were very thin and suffering significant intestinal parasite burden, but that they were hoping for a full recovery at their new home. After an officer kept hearing what he thought
Hmm.
was a goat sound ringtone,
Is
the
that what they
release
do? They go
said,
by, or is that a sheep?
I guess so. Upon asking the suspect if the noise was his ringtone, he allegedly said, "No, those are real goats. They're in my trunk." Police opened the trunk and found two baby goats who belonged to the suspect. The pair were young enough that they had not yet been weaned off the bottle, so they were placed with a goat savvy foster family who decided to adopt the goats themselves.
Aw. Well,
So
good
look at
for
that.
them.
Yeah. Yeah, that is Denver and Aspen.
I love that it was like the suspect's identity and charges were not released. So now
Yeah.
I really wanna know what this dude did.
Yeah, and they didn't show his mugshot either. So
No.
that is
So
very,
we may
very
never
interesting.
know, but
Yep, we
the
may.
goats being okay is the main thing.
Yep.
It really is.
So the next one you sent me, and this was a very I'd seen it after you sent it, I saw it pop up a few times.
Yeah, the
So
snake.
do you want to read this one? This is a snake. Look at this.
Yes. So apparently, a high school some high school and college football teams have snake logos, right? But
Yes.
one of them, an Arkansas high school player, had a snake inside his helmet. They made the discovery during Thursday's practice. This was about a week ago. A cottonmouth had nested inside the helmet's padding, according to a television station. They noticed it when the team was split up and they were doing their warm ups, and he felt, movement inside of his helmet. And so he took it off and brought it over to the coach, and turns out, snake.
That
And
is
that's an
crazy.
how could you not notice, though? To me, that
Two
just
of
feels
them.
like You would have to know.
I mean, wouldn't you think a snake has a certain feel to it when it's touching your head?
Oh, I would not like it, and I don't mind snakes, but to imagine you're just like I mean, there is a lot of padding, but I would imagine Arkansas, like, they have a lot of wild animals. I just don't feel like this is the first time a snake has gotten inside of a helmet or a boot or, a
Right.
shoe. Like, I always check if I leave my shoes outside here, I always check for scorpions and
Now, how big are
just
scorpions
bugs.
there? Are they pretty big?
They can be decent size, like the size of this pen in length,
Yeah.
but they can also be super tiny. It just depends. And
So
there's different breeds
you've
of
en-
them.
you've encountered them a few times, I take it.
Yeah, and what was so creepy is about a week ago, we were down on the beach just driving around in the golf cart and saw movement. I thought it was a camel spider, which they get pretty big, right?
Yeah.
And so upon closer inspection, not a camel spider, it was a scorpion. And so we're over there with our phone flashlights and then the light on the golf cart like following this scorpion and he's like running around and then he stopped and I was trying to get up really close to get a picture, but I wasn't getting off of the golf cart because this thing was fast.
Really?
Um, and he ran under the golf cart and we couldn't find him. Right. And so I was like, all
The
right, I'm going to back
scorpion?
up. Yeah. The scorpion ran under the golf cart because he was getting away from the light. And so I backed up and I thought I ran over him because he was just sitting there, like not moving at all. Probably because he thought he was hiding because eventually we kept kind of like shining lights at him and he
Yeah.
ran off. So he was like playing possum. He was fine. He ran, but he thought he, had a safe spot under the golf cart. And
So there
so yeah, he
so
was big. I mean, like we saw him in the, the light on the golf cart is not that bright.
right.
Yeah, and he stuck out.
Wow.
Big ass
I don't
scorpion.
know if I've ever actually seen one of those
They're
in
creepy.
person.
They're creepy. For me, the tarantulas are creepier.
How big are those?
They're like about that big. But they're really slow and they kind of seem stupid. Like they're just not with it.
Are they
Like
really
they're just
slow?
too big. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, they just creep around, but
Have you touched
I
one?
mean, they're as big as your hand. Hell no, I'm not touching one.
It just looks creepy to
They
me.
don't bite. I mean, they do bite, but mostly their defense is they'll like fling their little hairs on you, which are itchy. They're irritants. So if you were like face to face with it and got that shit in your eyes,
Yeah.
yeah, that would be a problem. I think it's kind of irritating and like not like a jellyfish, but in the same way that it has like it's you can't really touch its skin. It itches.
Have you ever seen one in like your house or anything?
No, I've never seen them out anywhere other than in the desert because they'll bury themselves. Robin, our BFF Robin
Yeah.
had one over by her house that was buried in the hill. It was during their whole power outage. Um,
Really?
yeah, and so they had to walk to the like little rest area or whatever
Yeah, that's what Seth
and
was
pass it. And
saying.
that's what, yeah, it was over there. And he just lived over there. He buried himself and they'll be in like a little hole and you'll see their front legs kind of poking out. They're like looking around. They're
How
really
often
not threatening.
how often do you see them?
I've only seen a handful in the years I've been here. I might see one a
Oh,
year.
so not many. They're not like
No.
every you see scorpions more.
Now, if you went out and hiked, oh yeah, you definitely see scorpions more. But if you did more hiking, you would come across rattlesnakes and, they freak people out, which is valid.
Yeah.
But if you know a rattlesnake is there, you're okay. If it's going to get you, it's not giving you a warning. Like the rattling is to say, don't tread on me.
Yeah.
Basically, is literally
Yeah.
what it's
Leave me
saying. It's saying, I'm
alone.
over here, leave me alone, watch out.
I mean, the only snakes I know are people. So
I know a few of those. I know a
so
few of those, and they may be watching.
they could be watching. You never know.
They
They're
probably
always
are.
watching.
They
Always
are.
watching.
Which is fun because maybe I'm not supposed to tell our secrets. We purposely have our YouTubes on public so that the people that don't want to be friends with us or that we have blocked so that you can watch the show. We're doing this for you.
I
We
mean,
know you're watching, and
I
we're
have
doing it
everything.
on
I
purpose.
really have, and I think you do too. I have everything on public.
Oh, yeah. I do because I want people to find it because I don't
Yes.
wanna interact with them actually in reality,
Right.
but I want them to have access to the shit I say about them,
Right. I see. I see.
and that's
Now,
petty, but whatever.
but we're like that sometimes.
Yeah.
We're like that.
You don't have to watch too much of the show to figure that out.
Yeah. And this is only what we tell out loud.
Yeah, imagine what we say before and after the show.
Exactly. The pre-show, I was telling Felicia, there's a pre-show, the show, and an after
I
show.
like the after show the best because we'll usually talk for about an hour after the show's over
Yeah.
to kind of be
Yeah.
like, what's coming up next, and what could we work on, and
Yeah. I
yeah, that's
like
when the good
that.
stuff happens.
So this next one is about a Texas family pet goose is being hailed as
This
a
is fun.
hero for alerting the sleeping family to a fire that erupted in their barn. So this is a hero goose. You don't hear that
Yeah.
very often.
No, and I've got a video of this one.
Okay, let's hear a little bit of the video.
Okay.
At home, a feathered pet is being hailed a hero.
That's because it alerted its family about a fire.
I mean, it sounds like a human, doesn't it?
I was not expecting that.
Yeah.
That security video shows Goosey honking in the middle of the night, waking his owners up as a fire sparked inside the homestead barn. This is not funny, but that noise. They were able to put out the flames. Everyone is safe. Our Maria Aguilera has plans to speak with the Richmond family today, so you want to look for her story tonight at 10, and she maybe will get to meet Goosey.
I mean, I didn't know a goose could like squawk like that. But it sounded like
Apparently, that's a good family pet to have in case, something goes wrong.
I might need a goose around my house.
Goosey.
Fucking, do you remember, like, I got chased by a pack of geese one time
Yeah.
at my parents' house?
Yes.
Yes.
I do remember that.
Yeah, they
And
are scary.
And they're loud like that too. Like I was not surprised that they were loud like that. But I like that Goosey was like calm, honked a couple times,
Like,
and
get the fuck up.
like he honked the first time. He or she honked the first time, and then the second time was like more intense if you noticed.
Yeah. He's like, get up.
And then
It's good for Goosey.
Gerber, the lady, told KHOU TV, "I just casually came outside and I saw a fire billowing. I grabbed a water hose and ran out there. She was able to extinguish the flame, and the animal inside the barn were able to escape unharmed." So
I
that was
like that.
nice. Yeah,
Yes, that's a very positive story, and a
yeah,
good thing for geese because they don't have exactly the best reputation.
they're not known for their smarts, are they?
They're not known for their kindness.
But
They're
they
not
were
very
that.
social.
But Goosey's kind this time. So
Goosey is. Yeah,
now we have
I like
another
it.
California bear story. Well, not another, but another animal story. Now, this is a California resident that captured a video when a large black bear visited his home and took a dip in the backyard pool. So, you want to show the video of
Oh,
this?
yeah.
Well, right there had the right idea. That bear combated the unbearable heat by, yes, taking a dip in a pool in Sierra Madre this afternoon. The animal had probably made note of the heat advisory that was in effect until 8 o'clock tonight. And that bear appears to be enjoying lounging there or just being chill, so to speak. After a few minutes of quiet time, well, that bear pulled itself out of the pool and then lumbered off, no doubt with renewed contentment.
Just like the rest of us,
Oh,
Kai.
yeah, look at that. He's
He
happy.
knows what he's doing.
Yeah.
That's great.
And he'll be back, maybe, Kai.
If
Probably
he went,
tomorrow,
if
yeah.
he went over to the lounge chair,
Oh my gosh, that would be hilarious.
Now, he kind of looks like he belongs there. Like he looks
He
like
totally would. Yeah, you would have thought he lived there. Very comfortable.
I think he's done this before in the daytime and at night, and they just didn't see it.
Probably.
He looks like he's just, living life to the fullest. Looks like a nice pool. And after a bear bathes and, takes a dip in your pool, do you still leave the same water in there?
I would.
I would
Yeah.
too. I would too. I just wondered if they did because that looked like a very upscale pool and setup. But the bear looked like he was having the time of his life. But the
Yeah, I
bear
mean, he's just
eventually,
chilled. I mean, they're not terrible, the bears, like, they're kinda like the snakes. They can coexist with us.
I'm more afraid or startled by a snake or a spider than a bear. A bear doesn't really bother me, to be honest with you.
No,
Like, I've encountered bears.
they're
eh,
fine, they mostly just wanna get out of your way. Like, I
Yeah,
can almost guarantee like, we had a bear last week on that show with the cat. The bear
yeah,
could have taken the cat
yes.
easily, but no, he didn't want to.
Mm-mm.
They'll fight if provoked. Now, grizzlies might be a little different than the black
Yeah.
bears.
But
I don't know.
but the common bear, I don't think so. And I've encountered bears, and it's been a standoff. I've just stood there, not making any sudden moves, loud sounds, and then they usually just go through the trash or whatever and just
Really.
wander off.
I have never been super close. I've seen them in the distance, just from living in the mountains, but I've never
Yeah,
had like I've always been in a car or something like that.
yeah.
I was never like face to face on foot with a bear. I would
No,
probably freak out.
no, I've seen, I mean, every probably once a week in a car, I'll see one, just walking across the road or,
I
on
thought
the
you were gonna say
side.
just walking down the road, hitching a ride.
Hitching a ride with a little knapsack on a stick, hitching down. But I'll see one, a couple times a year, like in person, and it's not that big of a. I mean, it could be a big bear, but I've never felt in danger. Like I've never run around, run inside, or anything like that.
I think animals are really good at reading the room, they're
Yeah.
gonna know if you're a threat or if you're just as scared as they are.
Scared, startled. They can, if you're whimpering, they can hear that because a lot of animals have super sensitive hearing. And
Somebody,
like,
Jason Neese, said he's done that before. So yeah, the bear.
oh yeah,
I
yeah. I
hadn't
would
checked the
think,
comments.
yeah, thank you, Jason. He tuned in earlier to Felicia's show, and I asked for some of them to tune in tonight. So thank you, Jason, for that. And Jason will be entered on the prize wheel Friday for $10. So all the
You
listeners
might win
tonight
if you're the only person.
could be. Well, there's been a couple couple others. But we have another story here tonight, and this is about a Chinese man managed to spin 33 hula hoops around his body while suspended upside down to break a Guinness World Record. Now, have you ever been interested in trying to break a record?
No,
No?
no. I don't even know what I would break the record for.
No, Jake and I were going to break a tennis record one time, and I still think we could do this. We were going to play tennis for 24 hours straight.
Why didn't you do it?
We were just never in the same place at the same time for 24 hours, basically.
Well, you'd have to
That's,
make plans to do that,
yeah.
obviously.
But yeah, that's been the only one. Other than that, I've never really thought about what I would do. But Yan Yang Yia, I'm pronouncing that wrong, I'm sure, was suspended upside down from playground equipment in Galian. I don't even know this place. And two friends helped pull the hula hoops over his head and down to his hips. He was able to keep the hoops spinning for the time required by the Guinness Book of World Records, earning him the title for the most hula hoops spun while suspended upside down. He
Damn.
beat the previous record by 10 hoops.
Well, we have a
So,
video of this so people can visualize what this dude was doing.
yes.
So here he is. Oh yeah,
Play that once again.
33
Play it once
33
again.
hoops. Okay.
Now, was that music? Did you put that music in there? Or was that the
No,
music?
no, that was already with it.
I wonder if he's listening to that or just somebody that made the video.
I don't know, but it goes really well with it.
So in 2018, he was diagnosed with a fatty liver due to obesity,
Oh,
and his doctor advised me to lose weight. So he started doing hula hooping for a month and went from 175 pounds to 132 pounds. Of course, the main factor in successful fat loss is a gradual control of diet.
yes.
So he did a cool thing and was healthy doing it. Were you good at hula hooping?
No.
It seems like
No,
we
there is a lady here that does it, and she has, like, a fire spinner thing, and she has, like, a light up weighted hoop, and so I guess the weight in it helps it go. I don't know,
Mm,
it's, like, padded, but she's really good at it. I'd
okay,
love to get a
okay.
video. Maybe I can next time I see her on the beach, I'll see if I can.
Yeah, see
It's
if you can get a
impressive to
video.
watch somebody do it, especially when they have music that they do it to, and yeah, it's cool.
Yeah, I like the music that guy was playing.
Yeah.
The music that like that she's playing?
Every time I've seen her do it, it's been pop, maybe techno-ish music.
Okay. Okay.
Um, but I think it definitely helps keep the rhythm.
Yeah, I think so too. I've never
It's like when
been
you're doing
big.
anything, any kind of exercises, think about how music kind of helps you focus.
When I used to run a lot, I would run, to the music in my mind, which it could be good, could be bad, because if it's a fast song, you're running faster. A slower song, a slower tempo.
Well, this could
Um,
be useful for you if you still run. I didn't know this until I had looked into the science behind it. 120 to 140 beats per minute is ideal for running.
okay.
Just the average kind of if you're gonna run a few miles. So you can find songs, if you top that in specifically that are that speed.
They'll come up. That's cool. I did not know that.
Yeah,
I did
120 to
not know that.
140.
So that pretty much brings us up to, you've never ran in like a marathon or a 5K
Mm-mm.
or anything, but you used to be a runner and would run up to what, 7 to 10 miles per day sometimes?
I got so close. I was gonna do a half marathon, and I'd gotten up to 9, and I was doing 9 once a week, and then I was doing 4 to 5 most days. I'd take a couple days off, and that is when I hurt my sciatic nerve, which I don't know if you've ever done that, but it hurts.
I haven't. I've heard. I've heard.
And so
Um,
that kinda 'cause 13.1 is a half marathon.
yeah, yeah.
So I never got to run one due to an injury.
Well, I did do the Marine Corps Marathon that time. It was
Well, that's right, you
26.2.
did.
And I trained, if you remember, Michael and I trained for almost a year. We trained on that. We started in like February,
Damn.
and the Marine Corps Marathon was on Halloween. So we trained, through
I had
that.
forgotten about that.
And we never did actually, when we trained, we never did get up to 26 miles per hour, 26.2, I think, or something. We didn't get up to that. The closest we had ever gotten was 20 miles. But we'd always, like one time I took these, like these energy gummies, and they ended up making me nauseous and I threw up.
Ooh.
Or one time his like foot was hurting really bad and we had to quit, and Talitha, well, actually, you and Talitha came and picked us up a couple times.
Yeah, I do
And
remember that.
and then Michael ended up getting hurt on Mara's chew toy and stepped and twisted his ankle the night before the Marine Corps Marathon. Do you remember this?
No.
So I ran it by myself. I ran it by myself. So, but that's nothing like this guy, Stephen
Yeah, this guy did something a little crazier.
Bill Bill Bell Allison, a former runner for Miami University, ran in the Guardian Mile race across Cleveland's Hope Memorial Bridge while pushing his daughter Blake in a stroller. He finished with a time of 4 minutes and 17 seconds. If the time is verified by Guinness Book of World Records, he would take the title for fastest mile pushing a pram. Pram. I've never seen this word. Pram.
It's a type of stroller.
Okay.
Yeah.
Who finished this run time in 4 minutes and 26.29 seconds in June 2025. So this is if the title or the time is confirmed, he will have won. And that's a good time for a mile, even without the stroller. I mean, that's a good time.
Yeah, it really is.
I don't think I could do that now. I think I could
I would be
do.
terrified to do it with a stroller because, like, if you mess up or fall or trip, your kid's going flying. Because
If you
there's a
trip.
video of him running.
Okay, let's see the video here.
Look at how much fun this baby's having. Oh my gosh.
Oh, yeah.
Sonny's
Oh,
that
relaxing
baby
now.
is. Look at the legs.
That baby thinks it's running. Its legs are moving. There's a lot of turnover
That
going
is
on.
wild. And I mean,
I would, if I was the dad, I would say, let's bring the legs in. Let's get aerodynamic.
chill.
Let's
Absolutely.
yeah. This guy is absolutely
Colby's
crushing.
getting absolutely embarrassed on his home course.
This baby is going nuts.
The baby knows what's happening. The baby knows that this is utter
Yeah, the
domination.
baby's been training.
He's switching hands. His front wheel's locked in. He knows what he's doing. See that hand switch? That was seamless. Seamless.
Every
That's
10,
technique.
every 10 strides, I believe.
That's what. Yeah, we were
the
asking
official-
for some advice, and that's what we heard. But I'd love to know what advice he has because he looks composed and confident.
Love this shot.
Look at that.
And now he's just using
a
the
silky smooth
in a way,
stride.
The stroller's pulling
and
him.
The stroller's not hurting him anymore. That's for sure.
Nope.
Final stretch.
407. 408, 409, 410.
This is
Here we
unbelievable.
go.
I'm just worried the tape might hit the
Can he
baby
go
in the
sub
face.
420?
But
I believe he has shattered the outright stroller mile world record.
Oh my goodness.
that was incredible. That was incredible.
That was a good one. That's crazy.
Yeah, I mean, I could probably do a mile. 7, 8 minutes. Probably now. Not great.
You don't think you could get down to a 6?
Oh, I could get down to a 6, but I don't think I could do a 6 now. Because when I run now, I don't really run for time. You know what I mean? But I could
Yeah.
probably get down to a 6. But I wonder if he trained with that baby stroller, the pram.
He had
Pram.
to. Maybe not with the baby in it all the time, but he had to kind of, like they were talking about the switch back and forth. He had to keep like pace and alternate,
Aerodynamic.
and I'm sure he had to train with the stroller.
Now I
At
wonder if he
minimum.
trained with the baby or the stroller, but with a fake baby in there.
Maybe, or like a
Hmm.
watermelon,
Yeah, yeah,
a bag of sugar,
yes.
flour,
So,
whatever.
do we have any other stories tonight? Because if not, I'll let you answer that first.
Not that I know of, actually.
Okay.
We have some questions that we can get into those, or you were telling me you had a little bit of a rant.
Yeah, I've got a little bit of a rant. Let's do a question first, though.
Okay.
We'll do a question. Is this from some of the audience?
Yeah.
Okay, we got audience
This
question.
came up the other day when we were talking about canceling people.
Oh yes,
And so
yes.
somebody had asked, basically, at what point do you boycott them? Do you do it once they're formally like charged and
Charged.
tried, or do you do it immediately?
With
And that's a
accusations.
good question. Yeah.
Oh, do you want to go first? Or you want me to take this?
I mean, I guess it would depend on factors. Again, I hate to always go down that route, but it would
Yeah.
depend on what they were being accused of.
Okay.
So if it was just like, oh, I don't know, using offensive language, I'm probably going to have to see. I'm going to have to look into that. But if it's like rape, or I don't know if I can say that without getting flagged. If it's like sexual assault
SA.
or something, yeah, then I'm probably going to be like, all right, I'm going to step back from this and wait this out.
Okay, I can see that. So there's a couple of different examples. I don't know if you have any photos to go with this or not.
I don't know.
So let's take one of the examples. We've got Roseanne, where she tweeted out something that was deemed by many as racist or insensitive, and she ended up losing. They killed her off on her own show.
That wasn't debatable, though. That happened. This is like if you're just accused.
Well,
So,
I
like,
know-
everybody had proof that she did that.
Well, she did that, but is that something that people should be able to be like, okay, I can get over that and still see her stand-up comedy? Should she have lost her show because of that? Or should it have been like, listen, let's just not do that anymore? What do you think about that?
Well,
Or
that's
do you
gonna
know enough
depend on
about it?
her. I didn't read exactly what she said. I
But
just
this
knew
was,
it happened. I
this,
wasn't keeping up, but I know roughly what
yeah.
she did, and, being a big Trump supporter, it didn't really help her case,
Now, should that
because
have
everything kinda
played?
happened at the same time.
Should that have played into any decision politically? Not if it did or didn't, but if you think it should or shouldn't
For her?
for anyone.
Well, yeah. I definitely think our current situation should be the things that they have done and said should be a factor. I mean, I don't know all the laws exactly as far as running, but just based on the indictments, I don't think that you should even be able to be a candidate, to be a politician. That
Well, that's
shouldn't
not
even be it should be like, "No, you know what? Past, 30 indictments, no, you can't run for president."
that's not what I mean though. I
The
understand.
job.
I understand that point, and you should clip that. But
Yeah, clip that.
I understand that point. That's Terry's rant. What I'm saying though, let's say that you supported Trump and you did, you tweeted out something or you said something and you missed out on the rolls. Maybe you were not even vocal about it, but everybody just assumed, should you lose out due to that?
Yeah.
You think so?
Yeah, I mean, there's been a lot of influencers that have supported him or, said things, and yeah, I think that they should be canceled too. The whole
Okay.
influencer culture is weird to me. It's very foreign
Right. Okay.
that people can just decide that their voice matters when even though as we sit here and do this show, your voice don't fucking matter. Your opinion don't
No.
fucking matter.
Plus,
Nobody asked. Nobody asked.
I hate to, and I don't like to say this, and this might be a little controversial also, but I don't consider us influencers. I consider us
I
more
hope
broad
not.
because influencers,
If we're
we
influencing you to do anything, you need to question your life
well,
choices.
that too. We do a show, we do a broadcast show. Influencers, I don't think of that as real, worthwhile things.
We tell
But
people
that,
what not to do, not what to do.
yes. But the original question was, so, for example, you've got R. Kelly that was accused of these crimes. He's serving time for these crimes. But yet, if you go on his Spotify, there's still 5 to 6 million people listening to his music. Should you still listen to his music when he's been guilty of these crimes?
Mm-mm.
All right, another example. Mike Tyson served time for R-ing a lady. He served time in that. He was convicted. But yet Mike Tyson is celebrated now. Yes?
Yeah. I think in that case, you kinda would have to boycott everybody, and that's where it starts to get difficult. You're gonna have to boycott them,
Okay,
the
here's
people that
another
still support them. It's like eventually, it's kinda like the 6 degrees of Kevin Bacon.
well, here's another
Everybody is connected to an offender in
so,
Hollywood.
James Franco, he was accused of things within the school that he did that never went to court. They never went to sue, as far as I know. Maybe they did, but he ended up paying out of court. For 10 years, he's been out of the spotlight and he's suddenly started slowly reemerging. Is that acceptable or no?
No. Especially if the only way would be if he acknowledged it,
He has acknowledged it,
uh,
but not 100%. It said that he said the facts that have been presented are not 100% accurate, which facts like that, it's always he said, she said, or one
yeah.
person against the other. But does that make me, just
It's a
because,
slippery slope, man. It's
does
so
that mean that I
difficult.
don't watch any James Franco movies?
I mean, I've watched James Franco movies after knowing that, so
I
I'm
mean,
no better.
Kramer said the N word, but yet we still watch Seinfeld.
I'm watching it right now. Not
So,
as we speak, but no, I mean, James Franco, Pineapple Express, great
yeah,
movie.
So I,
This Is the
also,
End, great movie. 127 hours, great fucking
like for
movie.
example, the person that's been under fire lately, Jared Leto. He has accusations, but nothing else. And then I actually checked out his band, and I've been listening to this one song several times per day, but I feel bad about it.
What's the song?
It's called The Kill. It's like kind of a rock song, and I'd never heard it before. And
So you found him through his accusations. You became a fan.
no, I don't want to say that. I mean, his
Well,
band's popular. I mean, it's a
yeah,
popular
but did you
band.
listen to it before?
No,
No.
I'd heard of
So
them,
if anything, he's expanding his fan base because of this.
but is it wrong for me to enjoy that one song?
It's not wrong for you to enjoy it. There is a Michelle Wolf stand-up special where she's talking about otters, and someone brings it up on her page about otters essaying seals, baby
Hmm.
seals, like it's a thing. And she like looked it up and she's like, yes, it's a thing. And she's like, I've seen this special so much I can almost quote it. She said, you don't have to have a stance on everything. It's okay to just like some things. You know, we're too, as a society,
Sensitive.
it's stressing us out because we're so aware. And it's bam, bam, bam. It's like a constant flood of negativity. And it's okay to like things.
And I think it's okay to like things, especially with comedy, because I know there's a lot of streaming comedies and stuff, but theatrically, there's not. There's not.
Mm-mm,
And I
there's
think a
not.
lot of it is that people are afraid to make anything that could even come off as offensive. And it doesn't have to be just because you make a joke that you really feel that way. It's
Yeah.
a joke, you know.
Yeah.
Um,
And comedians are, it's an act, it's a character. You know, when you look at it, they're not, you know, Ricky Gervais, for instance, he's an asshole on stage. He plays an asshole. He plays it well. He even states that he does. He's one of the biggest animal advocates there is. Like
I
a
like
huge
his
thing of his percent of his show goes to that.
and I like his honesty. Like,
They have like 18 cats or something because they keep
yeah.
him and his girlfriend keep adopting cats. And it's like he's actually a good person.
Hmm.
Like you cannot find any kind of accusations on him. Good
So
luck, you cannot.
basically, like there's certain ones, like the stuff to do with any kind of child. Obviously, that's to be canceled and taken very
Yes.
seriously. But we're not talking about that particular type, because I think for the most part, those kind of people are canceled out.
I think there's a
Um,
line between action and opinion
yeah, I
that
think a lot of the
needs
time
to
when,
be that's a fine line, but you do need to consider, did they act on it or did they just say it?
and also I think in a lot of these cases, there's people don't do the research for themselves
Yeah,
because
they
just
read something
because
on Facebook and all of a sudden they're hating
yeah, just
whoever.
because there's a million people that's retweeted it or it's on Facebook or any social media, Instagram, whatever, TikTok, doesn't necessarily mean that's the facts. So sometimes people have to do some deep dive facts. Now, I did have a strong opinion about something, but the time is winding down, so
No,
I might
no,
have
we've
to.
got time. You have to do it. You have to.
Now, there's two things. Now, I'll just cover one of them today.
Well, this is the
So,
one that's going up.
okay, so let's see. We got a little intro for this, don't we?
Oh, we do.
Okay, I'm a little mad about this. I'm gonna loosen up the tie.
Are you ready?
I'm ready. Let's play that once again. When you sent that today,
I've laughed about that for so much.
I did too. So, something that really bothers me, and this weekend we had one of the biggest box office movies of all time, Spider-Man: Brand New Day. And it's going to sound like I'm hating on Spider-Man specifically. And the Odyssey bothers me too, but I'm not going to get into that part tonight. But Spider-Man made $144.5 million in its second week. And it's made $100.67 billion in 10 days. 655 in America, and the rest overseas. And this is what is getting me about that. You can take that down if you want to. Is these movies? Have you ever watched some of these movies?
Well, here's I do have a list of
No,
some of his movies.
that's Christopher Nolan one. You don't have to put that one up
Oh,
yet.
okay.
I'll talk about him next time. Have you watched any of these Marvel movies before?
No, I've seen Guardians of the Galaxy, just
Okay, so you've seen that one. You and I went to see Batman Begins when it
fine.
came out. Now, why do you think that the mass majority of the consumers like this garbage?
They
And
don't know any better. No,
I'm
it's
sorry to,
fine. No, it's fine. That's what this whole segment is.
I mean,
Unpopular opinions.
you've got and I'm not saying that these aren't entertaining movies because if you look at it as entertaining, yes, but they're all the same. The Avengers, Captain America, Guardians is okay. Winter Soldier is probably the best. Black Panther, they're all commercially successful. They've all made millions upon millions of dollars, but they're overrated because
Yeah.
for one, they're formulaic. They follow a template. The origin story, the status quo setup, the quippy banter between the one another. There's some kind of third act complication that makes everything happen. And then the third act CGI just takes it above and beyond. I mean, when you have Captain America with that shield, you're not going to be able to throw the shield through, a freaking airplane. And then they can jump like I've never seen any people jump like this. It's like they're Frogger on steroids. It's horrible. It's
I
ridiculous.
don't get it. I don't when you were like, "Why do people like this garbage?" I don't know. I don't know.
I
It's
mean,
not relatable.
no, I
And
mean, it, and here's another thing that bothers me. And I like smaller character-driven movies. I'm not saying that these are movies. These aren't films. But what they do is that what they're really doing is trying to create this interconnected lore, this interconnected whole universe. And if you miss one or two of these movies, you're left out. What if I don't
yeah.
want to sit through 3 or 4 Thors? Thor, you can't pick up a freaking hammer? I mean, come on.
Is it really heavy?
Apparently so. Apparently so. He struggles with it. And then
Well,
one
if
of
he
them,
struggles with it, we're fucked.
yes. And then, they do these in phases. Like the first one of these phases came out when you and I lived in DC. Well, you didn't live there, but you came to visit me in 2008. That's when the majority of these, I mean, they were
I think it's like
older.
a pendulum. So it's like the less power you feel like you have over your life, the more you're going to need or be drawn to movies with powerful characters. So
Or
you've kinda gotta find that yeah, so you
super,
have no power over your life, your circumstances. You feel like you have no control. So you go for something that has full control of not only themselves, but their surroundings, because you
yes.
gotta find a balance. And so I think the people that feel like their lives are just not their own are drawn to things that, do.
And I'm
That's my
sure.
theory.
I mean, I agree with you too. I agree with you, and on a add on to that, I also think that a lot of it, especially early on, they were bringing a lot of these comic books for when people were younger and nostalgia, so people were checking it out because the technology was good enough. I get that. I get that. I've seen, a couple of the Iron. I've seen, maybe phase one. I've seen many of them, but as they continue, it went out of control. Like you go on Disney Plus now, and each smaller tier superhero has a series. They have She-Hulk lawyer or something. She's a
What?
lawyer. Yes. Yes. I was scrolling through that the other day, like the Disney, and it was called She-Hulk. It got a lot of criticism when it came out. It looked
So like She-Hulk attorney at law.
Yes, She-Hulk attorney at law. No, this has to be pandering to the lowest common denominator of person. I'm sorry.
I don't get it. I wish, please, people comment. Tell us why. Why you feel drawn to these superhero Marvel movies.
And also with the regular Hulk, they've had four count the TV show, four different people play Hulk. And in some of the later Avenger movies, there's a Hulk where he's like wearing glasses, he's being a scientist, he's big and green, and I'm like, what? This is ridiculous.
Okay, I do like. I'm gonna say this real quick. I know we're a few
Okay.
minutes over. In Kill Bill Volume 2, you're gonna know exactly where I'm going with this.
The analogy was Superman.
See, you know. So yeah, he says that Superman is the only person who is naturally a superhero who his alter ego is Clark Kent.
Yes.
Whereas everybody else lives their day to day, and so that's what makes him unique. I don't know where I was going with that, but that's just a little tidbit from Kill Bill Volume 2.
Yeah. But I do think there's just too much of it. I think studios started making so much money with these superhero movies and with streaming that they quit putting other type movies in the theater. Except horror movies. Horror movies
Well,
are pretty.
they sell tickets. They want to
Yeah.
make money.
So I'm not saying that these movies are horrible, but these are movies that I'm bored with. You've seen one, you've seen them all.
That's a good point. They're not really coming up with any original things, maybe different characters, maybe remakes. But how many Batmans have there been? Seriously, how many do we need? Just start releasing the old ones.
Look at the hiccups now. Maybe 9 Batmans.
Yeah, we don't need any more. Same with Spider-Man. How many Spider-Mans have there been? Enough.
Too many. I mean, this new guy, I've not even watched one of them. I thought about trying. I really did because they're on Disney. I think maybe
don't
Netflix.
Waste your money.
No, I mean I thought about trying on streaming.
Oh.
I mean,
don't waste your time.
I was going to see how far I could get through before I turned it off. I don't know.
What was the last one you watched? You said.
What, the last superhero movie I watched?
Yeah.
I mean, I watched Iron Man 3, but that was like in 2013, I think. Well, I don't know. Shelley and I watched a couple. So, I did enjoy the ones her and I watched. She had some pretty good taste in the Marvel ones. But they were the ones I said, like Winter Soldier. That was a good one. And maybe like Captain America Civil War. So there are some standout ones, but the ones that were good, the Civil War one, Winter Soldier, that one doesn't seem like a superhero movie.
Well, and there's Deadpool. That one's funny to me.
Right.
So that one's a little bit of a parody of a superhero movie.
Now, have you seen all 3 of those Deadpool movies?
No, I've only seen the first one.
See, there's 3 of them. Well, actually, there's 2 of them, and then the Wolverine versus Deadpool, which I haven't seen it, so I can't judge on that one. But the second one, Deadpool, I was just like, again. We get it. You're a smart ass, Deadpool. We get it. You're Ryan Reynolds with the mask. We understand this. I like the first Deadpool when I saw it. I've not watched it in a while. But isn't Deadpool Ryan Reynolds in every movie except
so at least they stick with the same character.
Except Amityville Horror. That's one of the only ones where he's not, the same Ryan Reynolds character. Which
He's
you and I
in
went to
Amityville Horror?
You and I went to watch that.
Yeah, but I don't remember shit.
You don't.
No.
You don't. You don't. But yeah, that's my rant tonight. Play the rant to closing again or open again. Made me laugh.
I gotta find it. I know.
Although I know I've only seen one episode, one episode of The Office, the zoom in like that makes me think of The Office.
Yeah.
Those type. Oh,
Dude,
I've only watched
for
one
the
episode.
okay, if you're even considering watching a Marvel movie, but you haven't seen The Office, go watch The Office.
Are they standalone episodes?
Yeah, there is a background story. You know, people get in relationships and there's like these ongoing office romances. But for
Yeah.
the most part, you can kind of pick up.
Like in Seinfeld. Like I know there's
And I
storylines,
didn't
but you
like
can
Steve Carell
Carell.
in most things. I love him in The Office.
Well, Jake and I did an episode, I think the very first episode.
Watch The Dinner Party.
Okay.
That's probably my favorite episode.
What's it on Netflix?
Yeah.
All
If
right, I'll
not,
watch
it's
it.
on. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's on Netflix.
Okay. Well, thank you. It's been a good show tonight. I had a lot
Yeah,
of
we
things
made it like
going on.
110.
We will be back on today is what? Wednesday. We'll be back on Saturday at 9 p.m. and then midnight. And then once again, Monday for Real Talk, we're going to be doing Mean Girls, and Felicia's going to be joining for that as well. So it'll have some new people in. And anything else you want to add tonight?
No, that is it.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, everyone have a good night.
Okay. Bye.